All right, everybody, welcome to the campus of Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils. We are set to do a live stream. My center field camera is not working, so I apologize for that. Just didn't get that worked out this morning. Volume good there, Chris. Thank you very much, Chris, the press box person for me up here. What's your first name? Jonah? You're going to do Chris's work while he's gone to go take a test or something? How tall are you?
6'6".
Jerk. I hear I'm 5'10" or 11. That was a good jerk, by the way. No, guys, those tall people are, you got to have tall people around. They're usually pitchers. Are you a pitcher?
Yeah.
I like it. All right, everybody, kind of working on things to see if things are going here. I think we got them set. We got a little bit of a look. My outfielder's camera is not working, but hopefully I will be good to get my other cameras working here a little bit. Looks like maybe we've got enough to take care of things anyway here. I want to welcome those people that are listening. We're going to get things going here a little bit. As you can see, the umpires and the coaches are meeting. I'm going to take a short break, finish up some of my paperwork. I've been trying to get that center field camera going because it's one of my favorite cameras. But we'll get this thing going here in a little bit. Welcome. Looking forward to the call today. We went yesterday down to Coffeyville, and Coffeyville got two from us. They won the first one. Let's see, the first game was 10-9. We lost it. The second game, I believe, was 8-7, and it was in 10 innings. So welcome back for today's games, and we'll be back with you in a few minutes. All right, here we go for today's doubleheader. The Blue Devils welcome into town the Red Ravens, who took 2 games from us yesterday down in Coffeyville. Scheduled up for the Red Ravens, Orlando Gonzalez, Kay, and McClellan. Gabe Ramos on the mound for the Blue Devils. First pitch is right through there, strike 1 called. Foul ball over into the first base dugout. Comes the 0-2 pitch, way outside. Orlando Gonzalez is the shortstop for the Red Ravens. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball headed into deep right, deep center field, and that's going to one hop to the fence. So a leadoff double for Gonzalez. It's going to bring up Jaden Kay. Kay is the center fielder. He'll step in, nobody out after the leadoff double by Gonzalez. First pitch from Ramos, strike called. Oh, and 1 the count on Jaden Kay. Way outside, that's going to be a wild pitch. Gonzalez will move to third on the wild pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss of that fastball. A high fly ball deep to left field. On the run is Grable. That's going to be off the wall. So an RBI double for the Red Ravens after 2 hitters. So back-to-back doubles to start things off. So Kay will be at second. That's going to bring up Trey McClellan. Fly ball out of play down the right field line. It's going to be into the dugout or into the bullpen. Oh, and 1 the count. Runner at second base is Kay. Red Ravens have plated 1 run after back-to-back doubles by Orlando Gonzalez and Jaden Kay. It's a ground ball headed at Dawson. Dawson's going to go to third. Going to get a run down going here. Going to get the fielder's choice for the out. So McClellan will be on first after the fielder's choice. It's going to bring up Adriel Mendoza. Adriel will step in with 1 out and a runner at first base. Strike called outside corner at the knees. Runner at first base. Pitch is outside. One ball, one strike, one out, one on, one run in for the Red Ravens. Strike called on the outside corner, so 1-2 the count on Mendoza. Adriel Mendoza is the designated hitter for the Red Ravens. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher, going down to second and over to first. So Ramos to Dawson to Bard. One run in and for the inning. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Welcome. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our third season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. To the bottom half of the first we go. The Red Ravens score one on back-to-back doubles in the first. Slabowski, Hutchison, Adams, Paniagua, Bard, Dawson, Stewart, Carlin, Grable, with Ramos on the mound for the Blue Devils. Cushing is on the mound for the Red Ravens. Right-hander. Gonzalez in left, Kay in center, Kennedy in right. Carlberg at third. Orlando Gonzalez at short, Cates at second, McClelland at first. Higgins behind the plate, and Cushing on the mound for the Red Ravens. Cole Slabowski will step in to lead things off, the second baseman for the Blue Devils. First pitch from Cushing, way outside to Slabowski. Comes the pitch, breaking pitch right through there for a called strike. Comes the wind in, the 1-1, high and outside. 2 balls in, a strike. little bit low. 3 balls and a strike. Strike called outside corner at the knees. 3-2. A long foul ball down the left field line. Had the distance for a home run, but couldn't get it between the poles. Comes the 3-2. Outside ball 4. So a base on balls for Slabowski. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison is the third baseman. He'll step in with a runner at first and nobody out. First pitch right through there, strike called. 0-1 the count. Welcome, everyone. We traveled down to Coffeyville, where the Red Ravens took to the first 2 of the 4-game set, playing today due to the possibility of rain tomorrow. The probability of rain, I should say. Comes the 0-1 way outside. Runner at first base is Slabowski. He worked a leadoff walk. Comes the 1-1. Called a swing. On the attempt for the check swing, home plate umpire rules it a strike. One ball, 2 strikes, runner at first base. Comes the pitch. There's a foul ball back to the screen. We'll do the 1-2 again. There's a throw over to first. Back in safely is Slabowski. Strike 3 called. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner. It's going to bring up Caleb Adams. Adams, the right fielder. He'll be up there with 1 out and Slabowski at first. Slabowski on after the walk. Foul ball just wide of the base over at third. So 0-1 the count on Adams. High and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Blue Devils trail by 1. Adams, the right fielder, at the plate. Breaking ball fouled off, held by the catcher. One ball, 2 strikes to Caleb Adams. In the dirt, nicely blocked by Higgins. Slabowski at first base. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. This ball headed into center field. K is under that, and he'll take care of it for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Paniagua. Paniagua, the center fielder. Strike right through there by Cushing. Comes the 0-1, way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, lead off walk to Slabowski. Then Hutchison called out on strikes, and Adams on a fly out to center field to K. Comes the 1-1. Ball's low. 2 balls and a strike. Two and 1 the count on Paniagua. Strike called inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss of that strike outside. So at the end of 1 full inning, the Red Ravens lead your Blue Devils 1-0. We'll be back. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4tees.com. Click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913-288-7150. All right, here we go to the top half of the second inning. Blue Devils trail the Red Ravens of Coffeyville by 1. It's going to bring up Cates, Gonzalez, and Kennett. First pitch is a ball to Cates. Cates starts the day batting .343. There's a pitch up high. There's a strike right through there, outside corner at the knees. Comes the wind in, the 2-1. A little bit inside, 3-1 the count. There's a ground ball headed over toward the second baseman. Slabowski up with that and over to Bard for the 4-3 put out. It's going to bring up Austin Gonzalez. He starts the day batting .292. One out. Strike outside corner at the knees. Gabriel Ramos on the mound for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils trailed 1-0 here with the Red Ravens batting in the top of the second. That ball's low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The left fielder, Austin Gonzalez, at the plate. There's a strike right through there at the belt outside part of the plate. There's a foul ball. Up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Swing and a miss for that strikeout of Austin Gonzalez. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Brett Kennett. Kennett starts the day batting .240. Tall right fielder. He'll step in with 2 outs. Nobody on. Breaking ball goes outside. 1-0 the count. Strike right through there. Fastball outside part of the plate at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs to the right fielder, Brett Kennett. Breaking ball lifted out into right field. Adams comes in and says, I'll take care of that, and he does. For the 3rd out, we go to the bottom half of the second. Blue Devils trail Coffeyville 1-0. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Scheduled up is Bard, Dawson, and Stewart. Cushing back for another inning of work. He has a 7.61 ERA. Bard will step in to lead off the bottom of the second for the Blue Devils. He starts the day batting .364. Strike called right through there. 0-1 the count. Little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike to the first baseman, Brendan Bard. There's a ball hit over to the third baseman. He's up with it. And I believe he missed that one there at first. I don't think that ball beat him there. But nonetheless, ruled out. So a 5-3 ground out for Bard from Carlberg over to McClellan. That's going to bring up Dawson. Dawson starts the day batting .318. He'll step in with 1 out and nobody on. Strike called outside corner at the knees. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Blue Devils trail by 1. Outside, 2-1 the count. The swing and a miss of that pitch, so 2-2 the count. Outside, so 3-2 the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out on the shortstop, Cole Dawson. Dawson up there with 1 out here in the bottom half of the second inning. High fly ball. And that ball gets out of here. So 1 swing of the bat and Cole Dawson evens this thing up. So that's going to bring up Brock Stewart, the designated hitter. He starts the day batting .318. There's a strike called at the belt, outside part of the plate. Swing and a miss, 0-2 the count. One out. Check swing, ruled a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cushing to Stewart. Stewart, the designated hitter. Breaking pitch gets down through there for the called strikeout. It's going to bring up the catcher, Camden Carlin. He starts the day batting .281. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on, but 1 run in on the home run by Cole Dawson. A little bit outside, 1-0 the count. Comes the 1-0. Misses low and outside. 2-0 the count on the catcher, Camden Carlin. 3-0 the count. Check swing ruled a ball. Three and 0 the count. 2 outs, score tied at 1. There's a strike right through there. 3-1 the count on Carlin. Strike called outside corner at the knees. So 3 straight balls, then 2 straight strikes for a full count on the catcher, Carlin. There's a check swing foul ball back into the netting. We'll do the 3-2 again. Coffeyville with 1 run on 2 hits. Blue Devils with 1 run on 1 hit. Comes the 3-2. A little bit low, so base on balls to Carlin. It's going to bring up Bo Grable. Grable starts the day batting .260. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at first after the 2-out walk to Carlin. Inside. Ball 1-2. Bo Grable, the left fielder. It's high and outside, so 2-0 the count. Runner at first is the catcher, Camden Carlin. A little bit low, so 3-0 the count. Bo Grable, the number 9 hitter, he plays in left field. That's too low for ball 4. So back-to-back base on balls. Back to the top of the order, Cole Slabowski. Cole is from St. Joseph, Missouri, went to Lafayette High School. He'll step in with 2 outs. Runners at first and second after back-to-back walks by Carlin and Grable. Outside, 1-0 the count. Going to have a visit to the mound. Slabowski had to walk his first time up. Want to remind everyone that if you go to fortees.com with a donation to there, all of that will go to the broadcast And the broadcast at this time is brought to you by Coach Golbeck and the baseball program from their funds. So anything you do to help with that will go for the broadcast, to 4Ts and or for equipment. One of the things we're looking to do is to put a camera like they do at Johnson County. Not that Johnson County is the all be that, but they have a camera that's on the inside of the netting, and so you don't get the reflection off the netting. That's something we'd like to add with controls up here in the press box. So if that's something you feel like you'd like to do, just go to the donate page at 4ts.com. There's a donate page, and you can do that. And I know Coach Golbeck will appreciate that because all of the broadcasts are paid for by him. That's a little commercial. The visit to the mound is over. 1-0 the count. Runners at first and second. Cushing on the mound, 7.61 ERA. That ball misses outside, so 2-0 the count on Slabowski. There's a foul ball wide of Coach Golbeck down at third. Runners at first and second. Slabowski at the plate. Ball stays up and in just a bit. So 2-1 the count, 3-1 the count, excuse me. 3-1. Thank you, man. Comes the 3-1. There's a foul ball, so we now have full count on Slabowski. He's up there with runners at first and second. Carlin at second. Grable at first. One run in the inning on Cole Dawson's home run to left field. There's a ground ball at the shortstop. He's up with it and over to first. So Orlando Gonzalez over to McClellan for the third out of the inning. We go to the top of the third. We're tied up at 1. We'll be back. Four Ts is partnering with KCK Baseball for our third season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.4ts.com and click KCK Baseball. To the top of the third we go. Scheduled up is Higgins, Carlberg, and back to the top of the order with Orlando Gonzalez. Ramos back to the mound for another inning of work. He has a 6.75 ERA. Higgins starts the day batting .242. He steps in. Strike called outside part of the plate at the knees. 0-1 the count on the catcher, Higgins. Breaking ball hit into the hole, so that's going to be a leadoff hit. So a base hit for Higgins. That's going to bring up Carlberg, the third baseman. He starts the day batting .173. He'll step in to face Ramos. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike called. 0-1 the count on the third baseman, Quentin Carlberg. Squares to bunt again, pulls it back. From left to right in the outfield, Grable, Paniagua, Adams. From third base around to first, Hutchison, Dawson, Slabowski, and Bard. Carlin behind the plate and Ramos on the mound. The defensive set for the Blue Devils. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count, nobody out. Leadoff base hit by the catcher, Riley Higgins. Squares to bunt. It's going to go foul, so 1 ball, 2 strikes on Carlberg. So Higgins back to first. Carlberg back to the plate. See if the 2-strike count takes the bunt off. One ball, 2 strikes. 1-1 tie here in the top of the third. Breaking ball in the dirt, nicely blocked by the catcher, Carlin. Foul ball back into the net. Two balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first base. High fly ball into left field. Coming over to track that is Grable. He has it for the out. So back to the top of the order. For the Red Ravens. Orlando Gonzalez, he's from Chitre, Panama. He'll step in with 1 out and a runner at first base. Strike called. 0-1 the count, runner at first base. Leadoff base hit by Higgins. Breaking ball's fouled down the third baseline. So 0-2 the count on the shortstop, Orlando Gonzalez of Coffeyville. Foul ball backing out of play. Do the 0-2 again. Ground ball to Hutchison, to Slabowski, and back to first for the double play. So 2 of the 3 innings have had a 6-4-3 or a 5-4-3 double play. We go to the bottom of the third, tied at 1. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the third. We're tied at 1. Scheduled up for the Blue Devils, Hutchison, Adams, and Paniagua. Hutchison is from Hayes, Kansas, went to Hayes High School. He was called out on strikes his first time up. Swings at that first pitch and misses. Oh and 1 the count, Cushing ahead of the third baseman. That's outside ball 2. One ball, one strike. Nobody out as Hutchison leads off the bottom of the third. There's a breaking ball hit at the second baseman. Cates has it. And over to McClelland for the 4-3 ground out by Palmer Hutchison. It's going to bring up Adams. Adams is from Leavenworth, Kansas, went to Lansing High School. He'll step in to face Cushing. With 1 out, nobody on. Breaking pitch right through there for a strike called. Zach Cushing is from Topeka, Kansas, on the mound for the Red Ravens. Comes the 0-1 way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Tied at ones. Comes the wind in the 1-1. A little bit outside. Two balls and a strike. It's a line drive right back up the middle, a base hit for Adams. It's going to bring up Paniagua. Paniagua is from Blue Springs, Missouri, went to Blue Springs High School. He's up there with 1 out and 1 on after the hit by Adams. 1-0 the count. Strike right through there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the third action, tied at 1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Outside. So 2-2 the count on Paniagua. Paniagua, the center fielder for the Blue Devils. He struck out his first time up. Throw over to first, back in safely is Adams. Comes the stretch and the 2-2. Safe back in at first. Three and two the count, low and outside. Fly ball hit it into deep right field. Going back to take care of that is Kennett. And back to first is Adams. It's going to bring up Bard. Bard is from Kansas City, Kansas, went to Piper High School. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Adams had a 1-out walk, a 1-out base hit to center field. Low and inside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. First pitch to Bard. 2 outs. Had the ground out by Hutchison and the fly out by Paniagua. Runner goes. Ball's launched into the outfield, headed to third. So to third base is Adams. Stolen base and then moves up on the throw going into the outfield. So now 2 outs, but with the runner at third base. 2-0 the count. Bard at the plate. Adams at third. There's a ground ball just foul down the third base line. Bard grounded out to the third baseman his first time up. One ball, 2 strikes, the umpire shows. Comes the wind in the 1-2 from Cushing. Outside. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tie game. Low and outside, so 3-2 the count on Brendan Bard. Bottom of the third, tied at 1. That's low and in the dirt. So a walk to Bard. It's going to bring up Cole Dawson. He's from Russellville, Arkansas. Went to Russellville High School. He had a home run to left field his last time up. He'll step in with 2 outs and 2 on at the corners. Adams at third, Bard at first. A little bit outside, 1-0 the count. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Tied at 1. In the dirt, nicely blocked by the catcher Higgins. Runner at third is Adams. Runner at first is Bard. Cole Dawson, the shortstop, at the plate. Strike called on the outside corner at the knees. There's a ground ball hit at the third baseman. He's up with it and over to first, so Carlberg takes that off the chest, gathers himself over to McClellan for the out. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Tied at 1. We'll be back. To the top of the fourth inning we go. Remember, the first game is a scheduled 7-inning game. The second game is a 9. Tied at 1 here as we go to the top of the fourth. Ramos back for another inning of work. Kay, McClellan, and Mendoza scheduled up for the Red Ravens. Jaden Kay is from Billings, Montana. He had a double, an RBI double his first time up. Breaking ball right through there for a called strike. Comes the wind and the 0-1. High fly ball down the left field line. That's going to be foul and out of play. 0-2 the count on the center fielder, Kay. That's up high. 1-2 the count. Kay started the day batting .423. The little nubber out in front of the plate. The catcher's going to grab that, go to the outside. So a nice play by Carlin to get that and make the throw without hitting the runner. It's going to bring up the first baseman, McClellan. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. He's from Olathe, Kansas. He'll step in with 1 out and nobody on. Breaking ball catches the outside corner at the knees. Oh, and 1 the count. The line drive headed into right center. So a base hit to right center for McClellan. It's going to bring up Idriel Mendoza. He hit into a 6-4-3 double play his first time up. He is from San Juan, Puerto Rico. He'll step in with 1 out and 1 on for the Red Ravens. High fly ball to center field. Paniagua didn't have to move much at all for that, for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Drew Cates. He grounded out to Slabowski at second his first time up. He's from Prairie Grove, Arkansas. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Curveball stays inside and low. 1-0 the count. Squares to bunt, takes low and outside, 2-0 the count. Drew Cates, the second baseman for Coffeyville. Overcast day, wind blowing out lightly to left field. Foul ball back to the screen, so 2-1 the count. Overcast day, the sun breaks through infrequently. Swing and a miss of that fastball, so 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. The Red Ravens and the Blue Devils, each with one run. Tied, here we are in the top of the fourth with 2 outs. Runner goes. There's a line drive into right field. It's going to be down for a base hit. So a 2-out hit, and with the runner running, ends up at third base with Cates. A base hit to right field. It's going to bring up Austin Gonzalez, the left fielder. He is from Shawnee, Kansas. Red Ravens down with 5 hits, 2 runners on. They've got 1 run. Blue Devils with 1 run on, 2 hits. It's high and outside, ball 1. Top of the 4th inning action. First game is a 7-inning scheduled game. Comes the 1-0. Strike called. Bottom limit of the strike zone there. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 on, 2 outs. McClelland at third. Cates at first. In the dirt, blocked nicely by the catcher. But Cates does move up to second base. High fly ball to left field. Over to the warning track to take care of that is Bo Grable. We go to the bottom of the 4th, and we're tied at 1. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.fortees.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the 4th. We are tied at 1. Cushing back for another inning of work scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Stewart, Carlin, and Grable. Stewart is from Gardner, Kansas, went to Gardner Edgerton. He'll be up there as he leads off the bottom of the 4th inning for the Blue Devils. He was called out on strikes his first time up. Strike catches the outside corner. 0-1 the count. It's a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. to the designated hitter, Brock Stewart. There's a ground ball headed over to the third baseman, and a high throw over to first. So that's going to be a throwing error, I believe. We'll see how they score that. It's going to be an error on the third baseman. So that's going to bring up Camden Carlin. Carlin is from Lawrence, Kansas, went to Free State High School. Runner at first base, Cushing on the mound. Carlin at the plate. In the dirt. 1-0 the count. Carlin worked a walk his first time up. Strike, breaking ball catches the outside corner. 1-1 strike. Bottom of the fourth inning action. Tied at 1. Runner at first, nobody out. Reached on an error. That's outside, so 2-1 the count. In the dirt, blocked and kept in front of him by Higgins. So 3-1 the count. Three and one the count. Runner at first is Stewart. Reached on an error. That's way outside. So 2 walks so far on the day for Carlin. It's going to put runners at first and second. It's going to bring up Bo Grable. He walked his first time up. Grable is from Kansas City, Kansas, went to St. James High School. He'll step in with nobody out and runners at first and second. Stewart at second base. Carlin at first. There's a bunt. So the sac bunt by Bo Grable. It's going to put runners at second and third with 1 out. Back to the top of the order, and Slabowski. Slabowski has walked and grounded out to the shortstop. He'll step in with 1 out and runners at second and third. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. 0-1 the count on Cole Slabowski. There's a strike called. Fastball outside corner. Oh, and 2 the count on the second baseman, Slabowski. Gets a little bit up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 run on 5 hits for Coffeyville. 1 run on 2 hits for the Kansas City, Kansas Blue Devils. Runners at second and third. There's a ground ball headed up the middle. The shortstop, Orlando Gonzalez, takes that over to McClellan for the RBI ground out. So Slabowski gets the ground out that scores a run. The Blue Devils take a 2-1 lead. Runner moves to third. It's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. He's been called out on strikes and had a ground out to the second baseman. Strike outside corner at the knees. Oh, and 1 the count on the third baseman, Hutchison. Carlin at third. Another strike paints the outside corner, much to the dismay of Hutchison. Comes the wind and the 0-2 by Cushing. Strike 3 called, breaking pitch right through there. So at the end of 4 full innings, the Blue Devils take a 2-1 lead on the Slabowski ground out that scored a run. We'll be back. Top half of the 5th we go. Blue Devils with a 2-1 lead. Kennett, Higgins, and Carlberg scheduled up. Kennett is from Olathe, Kansas. He flew out to right field his first time up. He takes a strike call on the outside corner. Ramos back for another inning of work. Top of the 5th. Blue Devils lead 2-1. Stays inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the right fielder, Brett Kennett of the Red Ravens. He leads off the top of the 5th here. There's a line drive right back up the middle. Just about got Ramos. That's going to bring up Riley Higgins, the catcher. Higgins is also from Olathe, Kansas. He'll step in with a runner at first and nobody out. Higgins had a base hit in between short and third his first time up. Squares to bunt, and it's up and back into the net. 0-1 the count on the catcher, Riley Higgins. 2-1 lead for the Blue Devils here in the top of the fifth. First game is a 7. The second game is a 9-inning game. Squares a bunt. Throw over to first, back in safely. Strike called, squares to bunt, pulls it back. Catches the outside corner. Oh, and 2 the count, nobody out. Runner at first base is Kennett, the right fielder, after the line drive. The bunt stays on. Ramos throws it into center field, so not only did we not get the out, but the runner is clear to third. So that's going to be an error on Ramos. That's going to bring up Carlberg. He's going to be up there with runners at first and third, nobody out. Carlberg is from Lee Summit, Missouri. He'll step in with a runner at first, a runner at third, and nobody out. Ball's a little bit high and inside, 1-0 the count on Quentin Carlberg, the third baseman. Swing and a miss. One ball, one strike. Runners at first and third. Kennett at third. Higgins at first. Top of the fifth action. Squares to bunt. Pulls back. So he pulls back, throw to second, then over to third with a rundown, and the out for 1 out. 1-2 the count. In the dirt, nicely blocked by the catcher, Carlin. Carlberg flew out to left field his first time up. Two balls, two strikes. Swing and a miss of that fastball. So Ramos gets a needed strikeout there. Runner at third. Back to the top of the order, Orlando Gonzalez, the shortstop. He had a double his first time up and grounded into a 5-4-3 double play his second time up. Runner at third, 2 outs. A little pop up on the infield. And Ramos takes care of that, shows a little bit of excitement. We'll go to the bottom half of the 5th inning with the Blue Devils leading 2-1. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Blue Devils lead 2-1. Cushing back for another inning of work. Adams, Paniagua, and Bard scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Adams, the right fielder, he's been out on a fly to center field. Had a base hit to center field. And a stolen base. He'll step in to lead off the bottom half of the 5th for the Blue Devils. That ball's outside, 1-0 the count. Comes the wind and the 1-0. Breaking ball right through there. Cushing back for his 5th inning of work. So ground ball hit it up the middle for a base hit. So a leadoff hit for Adams. It's his 2nd hit of the game. It's going to bring up Paniagua. Paniagua has struck out and been out on a fly to right field. Strike right through there, strike called. Owen won the count on Paniagua. Strike called. Outside corner. 0-2. Ray Paniagua, the center fielder. It's up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Comes the 1-2. Nicely blocked by the catcher, but as it bounced out in front, Adams took off. He was caught stealing. I believe it was 2-2. Yeah, because he blocked that in the dirt, came out and got it, threw him out. So it's 2-2. High fly ball down the right field line. Coming over to take care of that is Kennett for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up Bard. Bard's grounded out to the third baseman and walked. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on as the Blue Devils bat here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. They lead 2-1. Strike right through there. Outside part of the plate. Low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to the first baseman, Brendan Bard. Foul ball down the third base line. That's up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Bard. Bard leads the team with 17 doubles. Foul ball back to the screen. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs again. Cushing on the mound. Swing and a miss. We go to the top half of the 6th inning with the Blue Devils leading 2-1. We'll be back. We go to the top half of the sixth inning, scheduled up to face Ramos is K, McClellan, and Mendoza, the 2-3-4 hitters. K has an RBI double. And out on a little nubber out in front of the plate that Carlin made a nice play to get the throw down there without hitting him. It's a breaking ball, hit it over, going to picked off by Palmer. Hutchison over to Bard for the 5-3 ground out to get the first out of the inning. Ever so important now. That's going to bring up McClellan. McClellan, the first baseman, he reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Then he had a base hit to right center his second time up. He'll step in with one out and nobody on here in the top half of the sixth inning. It's going to be a home run out to left field by McClellan. So that ties it back up at 2. It's going to bring up Idriel Mendoza. He fouls the first pitch back to the screen. Mendoza's been out on a double play to the shortstop and a fly out to center field. That ball's in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 run in the inning for the Red Ravens. They tie it back up. That ball's low and outside, so 2-1 the count on Idriel Mendoza Lopez. The ground ball headed over towards second base. My opinion, that's too far for Barton to go. He's got to take 2 steps, say, I'm going to go back and cover first. Going to have a pinch runner for Coffeyville. Guys, if you can help me get his number, it's 40-something, 40. Jaden Quarles from Arkadelphia, Arkansas, is going to pinch run for Mendoza. Strike called. .43, Shaden Mankin from Pittsburgh, Kansas. We had those guys both pinch ran yesterday. One of them was. There's a ball headed up the middle. So 43, Mankin is the pinch runner. That's a base hit by Cates. That's going to bring up Gonzalez. Gonzalez flew out and struck out his 2 times up. Outside, ball 1. Strike called outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 run in on the home run by McClellan, the first baseman. It's low and outside, 2-1 the count. Ramos could sure use a hard hit ground ball right at someone on the infield. Hutchison at third. Dawson at short. Slabowski at second. Bard at first. Foul ball backing out of play. Two-two game. Top of the 6th inning. McClellan tied it up here in the top of the 7th with a home run. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Breaking ball stays outside. So runners at first and second, 1 out, 3-2 the count. Gonzalez, Austin Gonzalez, the left fielder at the plate. It's ball 4. It's going to bring up Kennett. Going to have a visit out to the mound by Carlin. Bases are loaded. Mencken at third. Cates at second. Austin Gonzalez at first. Brett Kennett, the right fielder at the plate, he flew out to right field and had a line drive right back up the box for a base hit. A little bit high, 1-0 the count. Strike called. Bases are loaded. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Inside part of the plate with that fastball. Coach wanting to get a little visit with Kennett here, his right fielder. Words of wisdom have been imparted. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ramos could sure use a hard hit ball right at somebody on the infield. Strikeout would work for the time being. Comes the stretch and the 1-2. High and outside. So 2-2 the count now. There's a ball hit into the gap. It's going to be 1 RBI. The ball's going to scoot past. Going to be 2 and 3 RBI and into third. So it's going to be a base hit. And then an error on Grable allows the other 2. Nonetheless, it makes it a 5-2 game. There's another ball hit right back up the middle. So Higgins with an RBI base hit on the first pitch to him. Makes it 6-2. That's going to bring up squares to bunt is going to be 14 in the game. Was Game Hayak. Moved the runner to second base. So that's going to bring up Gonzalez back to the top of the order. He's had a double grounded into a 5-4-3 and popped out to the pitcher. Foul ball back to the screen. Owen won the count on Gonzalez. He's the shortstop. Breaking ball in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Carlin. 1-1 the count. Runner at second base. Slow for ball 2. Swing and a miss of that fastball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. 5 runs in the inning to make it a 6-2 lead for the Red Ravens. It's a ground ball down toward the coach. Going to be an E. An error on the coach for that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In the dirt, nicely blocked by the catcher, Carlin. Kept it out in front, keep the runner from moving to third. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs on the shortstop, Orlando Gonzalez. Fly ball deep right field. Over to take care of that is Adams. But 5 runs in the inning for the Red Ravens to take a 6-2 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning, scheduled 7-inning game. Outs are running short here for the Blue Devils to get back into this one. Cole Dawson, he's had a home run and a ground out to the third baseman. He'll lead off the bottom half of the 6th. Blue Devils trail 6-2. Outside, 1-0 the count. On the shortstop, Cole Dawson. Ground ball over to the third baseman. Leave the third baseman is now Gabe Hoyek from Lee's Summit over to McClellan for that first out. Swing and a miss there by Stewart. 0-1 the count. Stewart's been called out on strikes and reached on an error by the third baseman. On to the count. Blue Devils trail by 4. They've got some work to do to get back in this one. There's a foul ball on a little afterthought swing over the first base dugout. Comes the wind in the 0-2 from Cushing. It's a ground ball to the third baseman. Hoyek up with that and over to McClellan for the second out of the inning. So 2 grounds out to the third baseman. That's going to bring up Camden Carlin. He has 2 walks to his credit in this first game. He steps in with 2 outs and nobody on. Low and outside, ball 1. One and 0. Here comes the pitch. A little bit low. 2-0 the count. Higgins out to visit with Cushing. Zach Cushing from Topeka, Kansas. Blue Devils down to their last 4 outs in regulation here. 7-inning game. 2-0 the count on Carlin. Strike called outside corner at the knees. A little bit low. 3-1 the count. There's ball 4. So Carlin with 3 walks in this game. He'll be down at first base with 2 outs as Bo Grable comes to the plate. Grable has a walk and a sac bunt. He'll step in with 2 outs And a runner at first base in Carlin after that 2-out walk. There's a ball going to get away from the catcher, so a wild pitch. And Carlin moves to second. Sun going to peek back out. Runner now at second base and 2 outs for Grable. Grable, the left fielder. Strike called inside corner. We're going to have a visit to the mound, and coach has asked for the umpire to come out with him, wondering what the concern is. If he thinks that he hurt himself on a throw or not sure what. We'll take a break. We'll be back. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4ts.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913-288-7150. So the visit to the mound is over. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Not sure what that was all about, but he worked it out to where it did not cost him a visit, it seems. Strike, breaking pitch, catches the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Comes the 1-2. It's a fly ball headed into right field. Over to take care of that is Kennett for the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Blue Devils trail 6-2. We'll be back. In to pitch for the Blue Devils, Brett Owen from Kansas City, Missouri, went to Rockhurst High School. Kay McClelland and Mendoza scheduled up for the Red Ravens. Kay has an RBI double and a couple of ground outs. He'll step in to lead off the top of the seventh with his Red Ravens leading 6-2. Swing and a miss of that first pitch. Jaden Kay, the center fielder for Coffeyville. Swing and a miss of that pitch. So 0-2 on Jaden Kay. Comes the 0-2. And that ball is out for a home run. Too much strike zone for an 0-2 count for sure. Makes it 7-2. It's going to bring up Trey McClellan. He reached on a fielder's choice, had a base hit and a home run as well to left field. So 2 for 3 so far in this game for him. He steps in to face Brett Owen. Swing and a miss of the first pitch. Owen won the count. 7-2 lead now for the Red Ravens. Ground ball foul over to Hutchison. He grabbed it in foul territory and because it was a high chopper that was close. So Owen goes 0-2 with Kay and then leaves something too close to the zone and he hits it out. Trey McClelland 0-2 here. Inside, 1-0 the count. Trey McClellan is the first baseman. 1-2 the count. Breaking pitch stays a little bit inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just misses a little bit outside. 3-2 the count. Got just a little bit of a flinch in the umpire, but not quite enough to get him to go with it. Comes the 3-2. That's going to hit him. So a runner at first base, nobody out. Mencken Strike called. Shaden Mankin from Pittsburgh, Kansas, came in and pinch ran. Now he is at the plate. There's a high fly ball. Dawson calling for that out in shallow center field and takes care of it for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Drew Cates. He's grounded out, had a 2 base hits, both of them. One to right field, one to center field. 1 out as he steps in. Swing and a miss of that first pitch. He's the second baseman for the Red Devils. 7-2 lead for Coffeyville as they bat here in the top of the 7th. This first game is a 7-inning scheduled game. Nicely blocked by the catcher, Carlin. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, 1 run in on the home run by Jaden Kay. Brett Owen on in relief. Misses a little bit outside, 2-1 the count. Outside, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, way outside for ball 4. That's going to bring up Austin Gonzalez. He's the left fielder. He's struck out, flew out, and walked. He'll step in with 1 out, runners at first and second. Strike called inside corner at the knees. Oh, and 1 the count. That gets past the catcher. The runners will move up. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 7-2 lead for the Red Ravens. Austin Gonzalez, the left fielder, at the plate. Inside, 2-1 the count. Little bit low, 3-1 the count. There's ball 4. It's going to load up the bases. We're going to get a visit to the mound. We'll see if there's going to be a change made. If there is, we'll get those changes and we'll be back. So the pitching change has been made. Steven Santiago from Guayamo, Puerto Rico, will come in to pitch for the Blue Devils. Bases are loaded. One out. Kennett at the plate. Way outside, ball one. Kennett, the right fielder, he's been out on a fly to right field, had a line drive base hit right back up the middle, and another base hit for an RBI. There's a ball headed into left field. That's going to be down. It's going to score one run. So an RBI base hit for Kennett. He is 3 for 4. All base hits. It's going to bring up Higgins. Higgins, the catcher, he has been on base all 3 times. Once by an error. Couple of base hits besides that. One of them an RBI base hit. He'll step in with 1 out. Runners still loaded the bases for Coffeyville. Outside, ball one. Want to know the count to Riley Higgins. He's the catcher for the Red Ravens. The ground ball headed at the shortstop to Slabowski. So Dawson to Slabowski to Bard for the 6-4-3. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Blue Devils trail 8-2. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. A lot of work to be done here for the Blue Devils. They trail 8-2 in this 7-inning scheduled game. Slabowski, Hutchison, Adams scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Slabowski has walked, grounded to the shortstop twice, one of them for an RBI. He'll step in. Need a lot of base runners here to get back in this one. We're down to the last 3 outs for the Blue Devils. Carlos Lopez on the mound, reliever from Caracas, Venezuela. He Going to pitch this 7th inning. That's high and inside. Lopez is 6'6" right-hander. Comes the 1-0. Strike called right at the waist, outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike to Slabowski, the second baseman. It's up high. 2-1 the count. Two balls, 1 strike, nobody out as Slabowski leads off. The bottom half of the 7th, Blue Devils trail 8-2 here. That's up high, so 3-1 the count. Comes the stretch and the 3-1 from Lopez. There's a ground ball, fair ball down into the corner, so extra bases for Slabowski. He cruises in to second base with a stand-up double into the left field corner. Got it past the third baseman. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. He's been called out on strikes twice and grounded out to the second baseman. He'll step in with 1 on and nobody out. Strike called inside part of the plate at the knees. 0-1 the count. Runner at second base, lead off double into the left field corner by Slabowski. That ball's low. 1 ball, 1 strike to the third baseman, Palmer Hutchison. One ball, 1 strike. Lopez on in relief of Zach Cushing. Time asked for actually by the catcher at this point. Time was granted. He's going to go out and visit with his pitcher, make sure that they have their signals, their signs straight, so Slabowski is not picking those. One ball, 1 strike. Snail's pace here. Was 8:30 when we finally finished the 2 games yesterday. That's a little bit low, so 2-1 the count. Snail's pace much of the day yesterday. Getting a little bit of that here. 2 balls, 1 strike. Palmer Hutchison at the plate. Slabowski at second base after the double. There's a ground ball over Coach Golbeck down at third. 2-2 the count now, still nobody out. Slabowski with the leadoff double. It's a little bit low. 3-2 the count. on Hutchison. Discussion as to the balk here. Coach Golbeck is discussing vehemently with the umpire out here about a choice of the ball four as opposed to the balk. It's going to come down now and visit here. We're also having a visit to the mound by the Coffeyville coach. That visit is over with. Just wanting them to hurry up and get loose in the bullpen. So 3-2 the count. The balk is called. Slabowski comes to third. So we'll do the 3-2 again after the balk call. Comes the 3-2 from Lopez. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So that's going to bring up Caleb Adams. Adams has a fly out to center field. And a couple of bases hits. He has a stolen base, but he was also caught stealing after his second hit. He'll step in with one out and a runner at third. There's a ball headed into right center. Over to take care of that is Kennett, and a sac fly by Adams. So 8-3 after the sac fly. But now there's two outs. That's going to bring up Paniagua. Paniagua has struck out, been out on a fly to right field, and a fly down the line in right field. There's a strike called outside corner at the knees. Oh, and 1 the count on the center fielder, Paniagua. Blue Devils down to their last out in this one. There's strike 2 called outside corner. Oh, and 2 the count. Paniagua at the plate. Strike 3 called at the knees on the outside corner. So the Blue Devils lose the first one of 2 here today at KCK. 8-3 they lose. We will take about a 20 to 30 minute break. We'll be back on. You'll see me. I will stop this broadcast and bring another one. So the first 3 games of the 4-game series goes to the Red Ravens of Coffeyville. We'll shut things down in about 20 minutes. We'll bring it back. We'll go again with the other link on 4Ts. Thanks for listening. We'll be back.